I went to the bar. I drank so much because now I had shame, guilt,
Anger.
anger. I'm questioning myself.
Yeah.
Why? Bar room, why?
Mhm.
And then I drank so much. I went back home.
How did you even know your way back?
I don't even know because I even lost my jacket. Then I went back,
Mhm.
and the next day I woke up. It was the first suicide letter I wrote.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to One Word Podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Caroline Guku.
And my name is Joy Kabuga, and this is a safe space where we have authentic conversations about our lives before and after relocation and everything in between.
Yes, if it's your first time, welcome. If you have been a subscriber, we appreciate you for appreciating our content. And I'm so excited for today's episode. I don't know why we don't have tissues around for today's episode. I already feel like I'm gonna cry. Have you
you
ever had
think
a feeling
so?
like, oh my god, I feel like I might cry?
Yeah.
Have you ever
That's
had
a
that
good
feeling?
feeling. That's a good feeling. 'Cause it means, the whole point of having a podcast is to bring all your
Emotions,
and
like you're my therapist. I really love it here. And you guys are my people who judge me, but it's okay. So, one word of this episode is
addiction. Oh my god. How do you feel about this episode? How do you feel about talking about addiction?
I feel like it's being super vulnerable,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy that it has come to a point in my life where I can talk about such times because I can call it like one of the most difficult times. And just to put it out there, when I'm going to talk about addiction, um, there's going to be so much conversation about depression, and there's going to be also parts of heartbreak, because
Yeah.
I think like I cannot speak about my addiction without encompassing all these three together,
Yeah.
because I don't know how to split them.
Yeah.
So I will run about me being heartbroken, me being depressed, me being addicted, so that at least our viewers can get them, and our listeners can get the whole spectrum, Yeah. And how do you feel about this conversation? I feel like you're so confident today. You're like, I'm about to roast Caroline today. We're gonna devour this human.
No, actually, I'm actually quite eager because I haven't had like parts of your addiction. Because honestly, you guys, most times the stories I hear from Carol, I hear them firsthand
the
with
first
you guys.
time.
Yeah, so obviously I'm like, so it has like three, and I'm thinking, oh, would how addiction?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just like curious.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when it's storytelling, it's totally different because it comes from a point of, it has already happened, and you're now feeling very good about yourself, and you're sharing it without, cutting it. Maybe when I'm
Yeah.
telling you we're going to talk about addiction, I'm going to tell you about how I was addicted to maybe alcohol. You're like, oh, wow. But I don't tell you how did
Yeah.
it come to happen. So when you're talking, I also like that when you're like, oh, wow, it happened. I like also that surprise aspect that you
Yeah.
don't know everything, and I
Yeah.
don't know everything about you. And I feel like it makes the conversation more authentic because my
Yeah.
your reactions are so like,
Because we're all getting to
really?
know for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I find it nicer than us coming to speak about things that we already know about
Yeah.
each other. Yeah.
The one thing I really appreciate about like having you as a co-host is
Yeah.
most of these conversations you have, it's like having a conversation with your sister.
Aww.
You do not remember the
She
camera is
loves
there. Oh
me.
my god, guys, no, that's not the case.
Joy never tells people she likes them or she loves them. Did you just? I love you too. Don't worry. It's okay to love me. It is okay.
Yes, I really appreciate because
Yeah.
like yeah.
Me too. Talking to you is so therapeutic. Like I look forward for this day because it's just not unloading and unpacking. It's
Yeah.
also spending time with somebody you enjoy their company. I mean, the stories that are off camera, the things that we do off camera, to me also those are really, really so dear to me.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
kind of feels like we're getting into a marriage with this podcast.
Yeah,
This
I
this
know,
marriage
right?
is
We
it's
are
such
fighting sometimes. We're so excited sometimes. Oh my God. How old are
yeah.
we again?
I know, but I hope by the time we're done, like with our first season, we'll be 10 years younger because
I
it gives
hope.
us so much joy.
Yeah, I feel like we're growing into it,
Yeah.
and we're getting to find our niche, sync our conversations better, and we're even getting better in communication. I feel like that, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure by the time we're doing the last episode, which, guys, our last episode is going to be like get to know us. So prepare those questions.
Yeah.
I feel like we will look back and we'll be like, oh, wow, we were such shushers then, and now we're Gen Z.
We're so sure and now we're
Gen Z.
That's an interesting phrase, Kasababu. I can't wait. Me think like, I feel like I'm genuinely growing so older. I hope people can grow backwards.
I feel like, this is like our first business, like serious business together, and we're also so independent in Germany. Makes you grow old very quickly. Like for me, I feel like 40 already. I should be even. I feel like in my life now, I have 3 kids. Life is so fast that I feel like, what? Mimi, I'm still young, but I think it's because of the responsibilities, and then having this podcast where it's like our baby. It's another responsibility to our daily life. We feel like it's putting us on toes, but you know what? One day tajipa maniaje.
Yeah.
Okay, on to today's topic.
So addiction. Gosh, what do I know about addiction?
Yeah.
Firstly, if I could start maybe like a backstory. My addiction, what I struggle with the most.
Yeah.
You won't believe this.
Tell me.
It's actually social media.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like
who doesn't struggle with social media?
No, but this is what people say when I tell them my struggle is with social media. People are like, no, Joy, but like who doesn't struggle with social media? But mine, I think it's that feeling I feel like when people express, when I smoke weed, when I drink alcohol, then I give a certain high. Imagine I reward myself with watching. Sometimes I can't even like get off the house without watching. I feel it gives me a certain type of happiness. I could scroll on the screen for 8 hours continuously.
Oh, really?
And then I'm like, I'm so tired. And then I regret the whole day. What was I doing? I wasted so much time. But like I have a bad addiction with social media. Gosh, mine is so bad.
Yeah, I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge, but I did expect that. Totally. When you were like, let me start a backstory, I was like, woof, let's get on. I have such bad addictions. I'm like, guy. So you ameanza kusema social media, mimi nitasema aje zangu.
Unajua nishaambia mtu I have an addiction to social media, look like I thought ungesema like unajua pornography or something.
Me too. I was bracing myself to be a real therapist, to be like, you can bring yourself out of this situation, John.
No, but you don't understand how bad it is. Like,
that's the thing.
It's so crippling, especially now being a student. And and then I think the circumstances of coming to Germany, and then I'm the only person that you don't have like, I don't know. I feel like in Germany people don't really enjoy socializing much.
No, really.
So I spend a lot of time myself. So now Netflix is always me. Niulize Selling Sunset inatokanga hivi nisha watch binge.
I know.
Love is Blind, binge watching.
Yeah.
Crime documentaries. Oh my god.
Like me too, guilty as charged. Yeah. But I don't call that addiction because I feel like I do them as a reward. I go to the lab in the morning. For those who don't know, I'm a biologist. I go to the lab in the morning. I stand 8 hours working on some fish that has a lot of parasites. So when I'm home and I'm having dinner, I'm like, why not enjoy 1 episode or 3 episodes of Selling Sunset? Or I love The Real Housewives. I guess that's why my boyfriend actually broke up with me, was like, you're addicted to the fake life. So another addiction, maybe. I'm addicted to the fake life. Yeah. But I just love the way they calm you down, because you're looking at, so they're fighting because of that. I love the calmness they give. So if that's an addict, I'm not looking forward to change it.
No, but yes, because you see now you say like you've been working for 8 hours and then you come back to the house and then you're like, I need to reward myself with 3 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell myself it's just 3 episodes. It's always like 3 episodes. And then when it's finished, I'm like, oh my gosh, the high. I need to find something else that gives me the same high. Yeah. And then now I'm always like, Netflix. When it ends, now I'm like, YouTube again. What am I going to find on YouTube? TikTok even doesn't do it for me, or Instagram. There's Instagram. Like sometimes I'm even scrolling and I'm like, it doesn't make me happy. And then I see cut videos and I'm like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Really?
Yeah.
For me, I feel like since we started doing YouTube, I'm now so much into YouTube. Normally I would be an Instagram person. Like normally I'm not super so much into social media where I can spend an hour. No. But once we started our YouTube, I'm so much on YouTube to see what is going on and what is happening. I don't know why. But for me, addiction has been or is a topic that is quite touchy, because it's something that I've struggled. So if I can go back and give a story, growing up, I grew up with a dad who's an alcoholic, and also my uncles are alcoholic from my dad's side. So there was a lot of alcoholism in my family.
Mhm.
And like they say, when you come from a family of alcoholism, you're prone to be an alcoholic. Like, I don't know why they say that,
Yeah, I also wonder. And
because it's a choice. You decide if you want to
my
be.
mom would say it's actually like, the spirituality. I don't know why
Yeah, my
people
mom
associate.
too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the
Do you
prayers that we have
believe? Do
received.
you believe it's actually spiritual or
Me, I
not?
believe my grandma was why my grandma was one. Hey,
Really?
yeah. Alienda
Dang.
kuragurira huko.
Watcha.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't like going into if I believe or I don't believe. I know what I believe and I pray, so whatever. So growing up like that, I knew, and when you're told like you're susceptible, when
Susceptible.
yeah, when you're prone to
Yeah.
alcoholism. So I grew up knowing that I don't want to be like this, because you grow up with it. I could see how my dad would come home drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He fell down, he's broken his ear, he has an internal bleeding. And then when we are going to school in the morning, me and all the kids are meeting my dad, trying to walk back home, staggering.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. It really also hit something. It changed a lot in me. Like,
Mm.
I even remember telling people I'm adopted when we meet my dad. I'm like, that's not my dad. I'm adopted. And then it was so shameful to see him drunk, So I made a decision from me, Caroline, we're never going to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood by it. Even when I was in Kenya, when I was an adult, because I started drinking, social drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you would overindulge.
Mm-hmm.
But I told myself I can never overindulge in such a way that I lose control. So I gave myself one rule, Caroline, when you're not feeling good, because there's a time I was so angry or sad,
Mm-hmm.
and I drank, and that was my first time I overdid it. So I told myself, Caroline, you can never drink again when you're not okay, because I realized, oh, when I'm not okay, I'm searching for something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a rule in my life. Like, completely, when I'm not okay, I'm not drinking. Not because I can't, because I lose control. Because I want this feeling to go away. And the more you drink, the more you think the feeling is going away, but you're just postponing it. And the first time, I can say I started noticing. Then that was in Kenya. Then I come to Germany. In Germany, when I was on a pair, it was also good. I had, control over my drinking. I was social drinking, but I also, here in Germany, dinner red wine on the
Yeah.
side or white wine on
Yeah.
the side. So it becomes more also like a habit of just drinking after dinner. Yeah. I didn't pick it up so quickly, but when COVID happened and I was staying with my ex-boyfriend together, I had just started taking contraceptives. That I was a very petite girl, a very tiny girl. I think I'm going to insert a picture of how I looked like all my life.
Yeah.
Very nice. I didn't struggle with weight. My
Really?
bicep butt was there. I had nice thighs. I had a nice waist. And then these contraceptives, the side effect for me was I started storing water.
I never understand how people actually, and that's why I also really hate when people start to shame people for their body weight, because you
Yeah.
don't know how it happens. Like, I know it's
Yeah.
about hormones, but I never understand like what hormones
Yeah.
do to you to make you grow bigger.
Yeah, for me it was hormones. And then I grew big, but I'm trying to work out, but I'm still taking the pills, and now I'm slowly sinking into depression, because I'm like, I'm working out, I'm not losing weight, and then I started getting a little bit depressed, and then this escalated. And then you can't go out. It's COVID time, right? I can't do anything. I can't meet friends. I can't even go to the gym outside. When you go to the gym outside, you can see sexy bodies. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get there.
Especially here. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, especially here. Woof. If you want depression, go to the gym.
But honestly, people also here have a very high discipline for gym. Oh my God, I see people even jogging when it's
Yeah,
snowing outside.
I know, right? Me, I'm like, I wish I was you.
Yeah, me too.
But I can't be you. So slowly, I start drinking. I start overindulging. I remember my boyfriend then and I would we would maybe drink on the weekend, but now it started. He was not a drinker more. I was. I would start drinking like 3 times a week. And let me tell you, if there's something
When you
that
talk drinking, are you talking like getting intoxicated, Delia? Like you
no,
pass
like
out?
no, like a
Um,
bottle, like a bottle of
Wine.
champagne, girl.
You don't do it.
Those days, I'm telling you, my alcoholism has been the most expensive thing.
Yeah, that's good because next conversation is about finances.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go down, down, down. Yeah, so we drink. You see, slowly now, 3 days, and then now, okay, COVID has passed. Then my relationship starts becoming very difficult for me. And like I said, I had never worked on any emotions in my life.
Yeah.
I'm a very good avoidant, but these I'm in it. I'm avoiding going where this is my man. We are living together. Where am I going?
Yeah.
So I started being frustrated with my emotions. I can't let them out the way I want to let them out, and I can't keep them in. So the only way I find the balance is by drinking, because now it will give me some high of I don't care. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see. So I start drinking, and drinking, but now I'm not drinking a bottle. I'm drinking a bottle and a half, or I will start drinking wine and then I will go to gin. You see, this I'm just growing in terms of what is it called, the limit, the capacity that I can drink. I grow because this is what happens. The more you drink, the more you start going to the higher
the
level.
wine isn't giving you the high anymore.
One bottle, no. And then now when it escalated is I got depressed in my relationship. And at that time, my then boyfriend was just my boyfriend. He was not my therapist. He's not a therapist. So he didn't also know how to handle me. And if I may say this, it is a person who is also enjoying a certain substance very much. Yeah. And so me watching him enjoy this substance so much and he's functioning, I started thinking, I can be a functional alcoholic too. He's doing what he's doing and he's functional. So I can drink and I'll be functional. What makes it a difference? They're both drugs anyway. So I started like I'm
analyzing the situation.
Yes, but I'm comparing the both of us, but we're doing very different things. Me, I'm doing alcohol, he's doing whatever he's doing. And then so I'm like, why am I getting out of hand? Because I started getting out of hand in the relationship. That's where now I started seeing signs of, wow, Caroline, you're going down the drain, you're going down the drain. Because I could drink. Oh my God. I feel so sorry. I'm so sorry if you're gonna watch this. I could drink so much and I've left the house. He doesn't know where I am. My phone is off. He's calling me, but I'm somewhere drinking with people. And I come back home and I'm going to say this, please don't judge me. I've peed on myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've peed on myself.
You didn't even know when it happened?
No, I didn't. It was that bad. Like, it had escalated so bad that I drink so much that I lose consciousness. I start peeing myself. When I get home, I just black out. And I remember one day, when the first thing that told me, Caroline, you're now a functional alcoholic, because I was functional all that time. I remember one day, my then boyfriend, and I and another lady, we went to the Christmas market. We drank glühwein. And the previous night, what I not told my boyfriend is I drank 2 bottles of champagne here alone. Because my alcoholism escalated that I didn't want to drink outside. You know, I have so many things. I'm depressed, first of all, because of my studies. I'm depressed because I cannot work my emotions. I'm depressed because the relationship that I thought is a lifetime is crumbling down right in my face, and I cannot put the boat back on the water.
You don't know how to process all these emotions.
I don't know how to process all these emotions. The only thing that I'm saying it's going to help me is alcohol. So you see all that, and I live alone. So it's very easy for me to be here in my house and drink. And like I said, maybe I was an expensive alcoholic. I was just drinking champagne. Champagne for the pain was my thing. Champagne for the pain, girl. And you know, one bottle is like 40 euros. I would do like approximately 6 bottles a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I wouldn't tell my boyfriend. And I would rather stay down here because I knew that my alcoholism was already starting to affect him, and I think this is also one of the major reasons why we broke up, because it was too much for him also. So it was affecting him, and I didn't want to give up my alcoholism. When you're in it, like when you at that moment you're like, this is the only thing that is saving me now, I'm not giving it up.
Yeah.
And so I remember this day we went to the Christmas market. I had slept drinking, but I didn't tell him. When you shower, you do makeup a little bit, you look normal.
Okay, Kwani, you never used to have like hangovers or
No, that is the thing. I was a binge drinker. Like I was not drinking every day, but if I started drinking today, I would drink today and tomorrow. That and then pause for like 3 days. Yeah, the way you're saying you binge watch,
Yeah.
I was binge drinking. So I would drink today. I would start in the evening and end around 1, sleep, wake up around 9. I feel like, where your hangover is coming? Akelea nini ingine, bottle ingine. And Flink? Flink, they can call me by name. They know that alcoholic girl.
Really?
Yeah, because
Thank God umetoka.
Thank God. It's a journey. It's a journey. I am still on it. But I thank God that I realized it, and I was sane enough to call myself out and to work on myself. So that day, so you see, I've been sleeping drinking.
Yeah.
We go to the Vinax market. What do you do at the Vinax market? You drink alcohol. The Christmas market, we drink alcohol. Then we decided, we were also with some other girl who's a very good drinker. Yeah, I have accepted I am an alcoholic. And also I thought, actually, if I drink this much, I will fit in the social group. When you're hanging out with people who are drinking a lot, actually it triggers something in you.
Really?
Like, let me drink also to fit in.
Yeah, and
and
to
the
be
way
accepted.
and the way I'm so cool when I'm sober. I don't know what I was doing there. So we are finished supermarket. Then we're like, Ebu, we go to the bar.
Yeah.
We go to the bar. The waiter comes and tells my boyfriend, I'm not gonna serve you any more drinks. This lady here is drunk. So that lady is me. And my boyfriend was like, what the hell? She's not drunk, coming through for his woman. Hey, Bazoo.
Yeah.
What
this waiter had never seen you before.
No, it's just the way they see it. They know, hey, who you?
Yeah.
This one is gone case.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, after I think one glass, I spat on the floor. And like spitting on the floor is like, wow, you're the ghetto.
Why did you spit?
See, I'm drunk.
Did you spit or did you puke?
Spit, like
Carol, in a club?
In a bar. And it's, which one? Bikini Berlin Monkey Bar. Where I could have got a potential sugar daddy. I spat on the floor. My boyfriend was shocked. He was like, hey, Yami, you didn't tell me I'm dating the girl from the ghetto. The way I had put my standard there, he was like, hi. Eh? Umadhara imeanza kutoka. Guy?
Akapo akisema, my woman, mpatia what she wants.
Yeah, anything. I got her. And then just after that, the worst came. I fell down. Kubo! Akivo, unaona venye nini ya gunia viazi waangushwa pu, hivyo ndo nilianguka kwa sababu nimelewa. No, your waiter alikuwa right. I left my boyfriend and we were now two other one of my best friends was there, and now this other lady. And then
ulijisikia ukianguka ama ni
wapi? Si mimi nilikuwa naambiwa the next day. And then I'm like, I don't want to go home. I still want to drink. My boyfriend had to drag me out of the bar now because he was now also getting agitated and embarrassed. What's happening here? So that is the first time it rang in my mind. You are not okay anymore. Your drinking is not okay. And then in that period, my relationship got so difficult. And I got so much comfort in alcohol. So much comfort in alcohol. So much comfort. But I was functioning for 1 year. And then everything came, and it was just like the way I said, I drink, I pay myself. I drink, I stay at home, I don't go to school. Like this. It was not so bad, but it was not good. And then now I started having a heartbreak because I was like, this relationship is going to the ditch and I'm not accepting. When you can let go and you have to let go. I would tell myself, Caroline, let the fuck go. And I'm like, no. I'm still holding on to my man. These two feelings, when you have them, you're in a bad state. I got so depressed. And then, also in my relationship, that's when my childhood trauma came full blown to me
Yeah.
because it was the first time I allowed myself to be vulnerable. So I was like dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to heal my trauma. I'm trying to control the relationship. I'm trying to love my body. Because I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, who the fuck is
Because
this
you're
person?
still trying to go to the gym.
I'm
all
still
the
trying to
time.
lose weight.
Yeah.
Weight that is not going. Like I just recently realized that I have hormonal problem with my weight. That's because like we talked, when I go to the gym, my lower body works so well, but my upper body is a maniac.
Yeah.
I bloat all the time, so I needed to seek help, and I realized I just have hormonal problems. I need to decide when to start trying to balance them,
Yeah.
which is also something so psychological. You need to prepare yourself because it can get this way or this way. So my body is giving me stress. My university, I have lost touch with it. I don't want to be a scientist, a biologist anymore. I want to drop out. And
Are you talking to anyone about
I'm
all
not
this?
talking to anyone. And that's the thing. I became a good loner. I had social anxiety
Yeah.
from this childhood trauma. PTSD kicked in. I cannot do nothing. I was just seated in this home every day, like crazy times. I tell you for free, it was so crazy. And the thing is, at this time, I'm still dating this guy, and I feel like I can't even express to him because I remember one day going to him, I need help. I'm
so
like,
sorry.
I need help. I know I'm an alcoholic, and I know it hurts. It hurts me too, but I can't help myself. I need you to help me. And I don't know if he tried, but I could tell if he didn't try to help me maybe the way I expected. So then it brings you so down. Like even the one person that I think should help me is not helping me. I'm telling you, I was in the pit. I was in the pit.
Sorry.
I don't want to destroy my makeup.
Really
Don't
should.
cry, girl.
No, you should.
Yeah.
Express your emotions.
And this is so all this is happening between 2020 and 2022 mostly. And then now I started therapy because it was like, hey.
So who recommended you to therapy at this
My
point?
sister, because I was always speaking to my sister. I mean, it's a long distance conversation. I would tell her I can't do it anymore. I remember one day, now I have anxiety, I'm depressed, PTSD, social anxiety.
And now your relationship, you're heartbroken.
I'm heartbroken.
And your school isn't working. Yeah.
And I had been searching for a job. I wasn't getting a job, and I didn't want to just accept any job. Mimi, I was so selective. Ushaona maskini kichwa ngumu ni mimi.
Hata mimi ndio nimekuwa hapo.
Yes, I was speaking to my sister all this while. I'm like, I can't do it. I remember the first time I became not really suicidal, but like giving up on life. I was like, I can't do this anymore because I'm hurting. I'm literally hurting. So in 2023, my addiction escalated.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I started having that face of shame after drinking, and this is the worst thing. You drink so much at night, and then the next day, I stopped binge drinking. I started drinking every day, but now I wake up with shame. I'm like, Caroline, how could you not stop yourself?
Yeah.
Don't you love yourself? And then when you listen to all these motivational speakers, I stopped even listening. Like, if you see somebody drinking too much, they don't love themselves. They don't know what self-love is. But I'm like, why are you judging these people who are drinking so much? Yes, I actually do not know what self-love is because all my life I've never been loved before. So the basic love that I got, that is what I put my standard. But when I experience something higher, if I'm not emotionally stable or intelligent, it will just fuck me up like it did. It fucked me up. So in 2023, I remember it was in February, very, very well. My relationship was never good. It was just up and down, highs and lows, many lows more than highs. And now this time, also something my therapist told me, my drinking, it was like a reflex to punish my boyfriend. Like my body was doing it because it was hurting me so much. I used it to hurt him, not knowing that I'm drowning. Because most of the escalated things I did when I was with him, like peeing myself. Guy, I'm ramble.
Okay, but that is
Jesus,
so
to God be the glory. Guy, So in February,
So
there's
this is 2023.
yeah.
Kujua na kuangalia and I'm wondering, we
2021,
were still friends.
2021, 2022 was bad, but then the most escalation, so that I came to now sit down and slap myself and say, no,
Yeah.
I do not allow you to do this to yourself anymore.
Mhm.
In February, there's this carnival in Colm.
Mhm.
There's a friend of my ex-boyfriend. I don't want to say I hate her. I hate her is a hard word, but I actually do hate her. And my boyfriend was like, we're going to this city and we're going to stay at her place.
Mhm.
And I begged him, I don't want to go.
Mhm.
You go with your friends. Because I knew the way I feel in my heart and I can pretend only for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please, just go.
Mhm.
And he manipulated me.
Mhm.
And because the train is like 6 hours, I guess, or four, between 4 and 6, he was like, I will actually pay you a flight because I hate long train
Yeah.
rides. I was like, actually, because it's a long train ride, maybe I'm not coming. Now I got an excuse that,
Yeah.
Then he's like, no, book your flight.
Mm.
And he booked me that flight and I went. And I started hating myself for not being strong enough to protect myself because this is about protecting my feelings.
Yeah.
Because I knew I did not want to be there at any cost. I did not want to be there.
Yeah.
But I was so weak that you have to be with somebody that you actually honestly hate. You dislike them for their morals, for what they stand for. You actually dislike them, but you're so weak in yourself that you go. We went there, and I remember we were in the bar in the evening. We were in a bar, and I don't know. My boyfriend said something to disrespect me. It is something that I would have overlooked, but because we are in this company,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going back home. And I remember I went back home and I cried. I cried so much. It's not because of what my boyfriend was saying.
Mhm.
It's because, Caroline, why are you doing this to yourself?
So
You
by
don't
this,
wanna-
what do you mean? Like,
I didn't want to be there.
yeah.
I had the option of saying, even if you've booked the flight, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm putting myself in a situation with people that I actually dislike. Why am I doing this to myself?
Mhm.
And then so I went home, I'm crying, and then my boyfriend, of course, stayed behind. They were partying, and then he came back later, and I was so disgusted by me, by him, by everybody around me. So when he came back, I left. I'm like, I'm going to the bar now. I went to the bar. I drank so much because now I had shame, guilt,
Anger.
I'm questioning myself.
Yeah.
Why bar room, why?
Mhm.
And then I drank so much. I went back home.
How did you even know your way back?
I don't even know because I even lost my jacket. Then I went back,
Mhm.
and the next day I woke up. It was the first suicide letter I wrote.
Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that came to your mind.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
can't
oh,
do it
okay,
anymore.
this is.
No.
What did you not want to do?
Life. Because I can't be strong for myself. I don't even know how to say no. I'm putting myself in situations with people that I clearly know I don't like, and it's going to hurt me. And I know before, but I still do it. I have a man on my side that is against me.
Yeah.
Like, because when you are my man and I tell you I don't want to go, and I told him, because I hate this friend of yours, I don't want to put myself in the same situation.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're still gonna come. Like, you are misunderstood by the person you expect to understand you the most.
Yeah.
You don't even understand yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I wrote a suicide message to my sister. I was like, I've tried.
At this time, you're crying when writing it.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've tried. It's not working. I guess it's time I go and throw myself before the train.
Yeah.
Don't tell mom until I'm brought back home. You know, those nonsense suicide notes. But when you asked me if I wanted to die, no. But for a second, I wanted to take back the hands of time and delete everything, completely everything, and go back to that person that I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my sister forwarded to my ex-boyfriend for sure. And then he's like, Stop wanting attention. Come back. I was like, no, you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Were you angry with your sister?
I was angry with my sister for forwarding to him because now I became confused. Because I was like,
Whose
oh,
side
now.
are you?
Yeah, I'm like, so if it's for myself, it's gonna go back on him. I'm like now contemplating, and it's a whole new city. I don't even know how the tram works.
Mhm. But then again, it's very unfair that the first thing, you're struggling with whatever you're struggling with. Obviously, if you wanted attention, you'd have gone there and like being a dramatic
Yeah.
drama queen in front of him.
Yeah.
What would he think? And this is what I really hate about people who think people who are suicidal are seeking
Dramatic.
attention.
Yeah, I think for him it's like, oh, it's another episode of Caroline being drunk. We had so
Yeah.
many drunk episodes where like I had never gone that deep, but where there was drama in the morning.
Yeah.
But if I feel like if only he sat down with me and said, why do you actually drink so much?
Are you
'Cause
therapist? I'm sorry to cut you short. Did
my
she know?
yeah,
like,
and then my
your-
sister
Mhm.
forwarded to my therapist. Then now my
Mm.
therapist called me and said, okay, I had like a 1 hour conversation with her, like an emergency session.
Mhm.
She was like, it's okay, whatever you're doing, it's okay, however you're feeling, it's okay, but sit on it for a second.
Mhm.
If you died, what will it change? But if you come out on the other side, you look at yourself and be like, wow. And I appreciate that, because now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, wow, I can even share
Yeah.
this story.
Okay.
So you see, after that,
Mhm.
now my addiction skyrocketed. Mimi na pombe hapa
I
kwa
thought
hapa.
tuliacha after hiyo saa.
Sasa si unaona
Sasa tuko February, tumeingia March sasa.
March.
Mm.
March nikatulia because we were going for a whole month holiday.
Mhm.
In April, me and my boyfriend, and the same and the same person was still on the holiday.
Mhm.
But we had other very good friends. So I was like, you know what? If it's overwhelming, there are other people. And this period, March I tulied, April we are on holiday. In holiday you do whatever you want. And then May I started creeping back to a lot of drinking, and a little bit of work. I think May we broke up with my boyfriend for the first time. And then almost end May, he's like, you know what? I think you're the one. Let's get back together.
Yeah.
June, we go to a wedding in Italy.
Mhm.
And that's when my boyfriend breaks up with me.
Mhm.
Like the serious breakup now.
Mhm.
He's like, kwanza wewe umenona, and this thing.
Mbona sema hivyo, guy?
See, when somebody wants to
Say
break
it in
you,
English so he can
like,
look
oh,
me.
now actually, Caroline, you actually, you're bigger.
You're so
You're
fat.
big. When I met you, you're petite. And then I had now so many things are happening in my life. I had even like a really big issue that I'm gonna talk about it once it's
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
There's that on my head, like sitting on permanent stress.
Mhm.
And he goes so low and uses everything that I've ever told him to break up with
I
me.
hate when people do that.
Tell me about it. So we break up. And we come back to Germany because we were on holiday. I can tell you my breakup was in another city. Wish I break up you in another city.
Hata afadhali nibaki in my village. Ay.
Atisikia venye na brag, mi niliachiwa
Kwani hao
Italy.
kusema afadhali ulia kwa Range Rover.
Aya, hapana, hiyo naye siwezi kuba. Ile kulia iko huko. Ile kulia iko kwa hiyo Range Rover.
Ulilia?
Hey. So we break up, I come back. Now I sink into depression.
Because now this is
Now
break.
it's my man is gone. My man is no more.
Saki, this man of yours, we should like toa a book imeandikwa
Yeah,
my man.
I will. I will write a book about our relationship because kama kuna kitu imeni character develop. And the funny thing is, it's the person you love. Hey, this man, this man, the way I love him.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you short again. Unashindwa kusema vitu and they're triggering me. It's making me really angry because then, and I keep saying this, I really hate people who stoop so low. Like when you want to attack someone and then you come for their physical appearance. If it has nothing to control, like kama sijakuwa niki overeat on purpose, hata kama nime overeat, please just.
And I was struggling with it.
Shame yourself first, because most people who actually shame other people,
they have so many insecurities. When I look at him, maybe he did it because of the insecurities
Yeah,
that he
like they
has.
project the
Yeah.
insecurities on other people, and then they start to be like, "Oh, how do you look? I prefer when you're." And man, let me. If I were to be honest, even if you used to find someone attractive because of this, they are the ugliest. In my eyes, every person who fat shames or like who shames people for being slender or whatever,
Yeah.
they're the ugliest people,
Yeah.
honestly.
I agree. I concur. They are very ugly, not just physically, but also in their heart.
Yeah, because why would you?
Yeah.
You shame people for your upbringing, social status,
Yeah.
physical appearance. Like, who do you think you are?
Okay.
Hey,
To me, I told you I'd made him a god. So him, he had like,
hey, like to me, that one, that he took it too far.
yeah, I know. And then now I went to level maximum depression. Me, I
Mhm.
was drinking. Now I took a whole month of between end of July, August. I was drinking every day, and I was drinking
Where
heavy.
was I?
You were here, but also my friends didn't know.
Yeah.
My friends, they would see me, I'm the life of the party. They will think that this girl is okay. They'll be like,
Mm,
how is it going? How are you handling the breakup? Are you okay? Can we help?
yeah.
Like, yo, girls, he was an asshole. I'm
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
I'm good. Like that.
Yeah.
I remember here in this house, if these walls can speak, I would sleep here on the floor crying, helpless. I'm like, why can't we help ourselves?
Mm,
I went for a whole month
mhm.
drinking properly, 2 bottles of wine. I'm not going to work. I start finding excuses. I was writing my project then, so I was lucky I didn't have university to attend. I remember also a friend, I visited her. She was like, hey, when you're drinking, you need help. You see the way they say when Kenyan girls comes to Europe, they become alcoholic. I was
Really?
that. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I was that. And then, because also,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a place whereby my boyfriend and I live in the same building, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, I can sense his energy. I was so in sync with him. Like, I would look outside that door and I would see him with a woman. And it is funny that I would look out every time.
Every time he was with a woman,
Yeah,
you would
like
look up.
I would feel it. Like, I would feel it. I would be in my bed and I'd be like, my ex-boyfriend is coming or is coming out.
Mm,
And then also I remember there was times I would sleep
mm-hmm.
in my floor, what is it
On the
called, on the
corridor.
corridor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, I hope he knocks on my door and he says it's all over, we are not broken up. Like, I wanted my situation changed. I remember this one day I drank there because I was hallucinating. Okay, the Lulu is not the Solulu. No, I refuse. The Lulu is not the Solulu. I was so delusional. I would sleep there at the corridor next to my door, be like, then I can hear him when he comes to say that it's not over. I was in denial, my friend.
Yeah. That
I
one
would
took you
hear
for
him
a
run down
ride.
the stairs. I'm like, baby's coming here, baby's coming.
And maybe that was
Nothing.
a random, another neighbor from your
Yeah, it could
apartment.
be. When you're in this state, you're just delusional.
Yeah. But you're going to open the door and then you meet ndo anafungua mlango and then he's like, "Oh, I missed you so much,
Yeah.
Kara." Okay, but that's such a sad state. Like if you think,
Sad, or it's
because
the
it's
lowest.
almost like your mind is in a freeze,
Yeah.
waiting for something that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I was Princess Fiona waiting for Shrek to come
Boy.
rescue me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted
and
to know like Shrek didn't give a fuck about you.
no, Shrek didn't give a fuck about how he found a new. Yeah, and then so
Mm,
those months,
mm,
there's one month I tell you, and then I was drinking so much, like so much. So nilikuwa naanguka huku kwangu na gongo tu nikienda
oh
choo, sijui
yeah.
nikienda wapi.
Mm.
Then one day I called myself Hamiti nikiwa tu hiyo mlevi, nikajiambia
Can I
no
ask a
more.
question? Ukiwa umelewa hivi, because you said like you grew up with a lot of like alcoholism. Did you ever sit down and think, oh my God, I'm becoming
Yeah, that's
that
what.
person I hate?
Yeah, that's what helped me.
Oh,
Because now that picture said, I started calling myself no more. You can be like your dad. I want to be like your dad. Because there's one scenario that played in my head when I was drunk. My little sister, one December holiday, I was at home,
mm,
and my home is very chaotic, yeah,
mm,
dysfunctional family.
mm,
And my mom was very sick. I actually flown because she was like feeling so sick. I can't make it. You guys come.
mm,
I see you guys for the
mm,
last time. And it affected my small sister so much. And I remember this day, I had bought my dad a bottle of I don't know what. She drank it. And then she said, "You know why I drank alcohol? Because people talk in this family only when they're drunk. That's when people listen to them." And I remember her being so worked up. She wanted to, bring so much chaos. Like, it cannot go on like this. Dad, you cannot drink. And I remember myself crying and begging my father, please, please do not ever drink again. Give this family peace. And then I remembered that situation, how I actually just wanted him to stop drinking. This Caroline begged this Caroline, please, please, you gotta stop. You can't be like your dad. You can't be like your dad. And I was like, time's
this
up.
episode is so sad.
But it's happy because at the end, it's a happy ending. So I called myself for the meeting, and then I called a friend of mine, a girl who was a friend of mine. I was like, could you mind, let's change apartments. She was like, yeah, if it will do you good. Because also seeing that, for me, I'm coming out of a 4.5 years relationship. For me, I'm not just losing a man, I'm losing my best friend. I'm losing
the love of your life. This is where you experience the greatest love you've ever
I
experienced
thought
in
this
your life.
is marriage. And I'm like, this was, and I've known him since long time ago. So my life has revolved around him. I can't be his friend at the moment because I'm not healed enough. I can't be his enemy because I love him so much. And this man also gave me a family, like, so I was like, you know what? Allow me. Let's switch apartments. Let me go. So I went and I stayed sober for like 2 months.
Completely sober.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what, Caroline? There is power in giving up what you like. I mean, I gave up alcohol because now it was not funny anymore. And I was getting nothing done. Now it was that state. Ushaisikia state. Hata kuoga ni venye tu uko na maji moto unaoga. Ingekuwa tinile stingo unachemsha maji kwa singeioga. Nilikuwa nimefika hiyo situation. It's just a very
You're
functional,
just a zombie.
no, but a very functional alcoholic, I just drink my 2 glasses, my 2 bottles of wine, I pass out, I wake up, I do the same. Kitu sifanye ni siendi kazi na siendi shule. Shule nilikuwa naandika hata sijui venye nilikuwa naandika. Na kwanza hiyo project venye nimepita hata nye kuna Mungu mbinguni.
Ulikuwa mwerevu, Mungu akasema.
Aki. Okay. Thank you. So I went, I stayed there 2 months sober, nikajita mkutano, nikajambia Wangari, what do you want? What do you like? Me, I like socializing and I like having controlled drinking. Na therapist wangu kaniambia also cutting abrupt like this, it can relapse to that bad. Mimi nikaanza kujambia, unajua ni it's okay for you to drink and put it at a nice level. Na alcohol ikaanza kuni disgust. Like nikikunywa after 3-4 glasses, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm a nani hivyo. Nikaanza na rules kama you only drink on the weekend. I only drink on the weekend. And when it's social.
And that has worked tremendously
for me. Because I also felt like when I cut it off completely, I have this very harsh guilty feeling. Such that ninataka nirudie na nikirudia ninakunywa. Because I had done this a couple of times also. In these 3 years that I can call myself a very functional alcoholic, I had done the stop. I would stop for 3 weeks, I'm sober. And then I would feel like I'm going back. But I'm not going back with the... Sikuwa na kuwa sober ati ndio nikuwe sober. Nilikuwa nakuwa sober cause umekunywa sana. But now this time I want to be sober and I want to enjoy my life. It's my life. This man is gone, he's not coming back. You cannot do anything about it. So I let every other thing that I don't have control flow. I mean, I have my moments. I'm still working on my depression. I'm still fighting PTSD. I'm still fighting social anxiety. And I told myself I'm not going to take medicines for all these things because if I leave them before until I'm 27, they're not going to sumbua me as long as you have therapists who can help you through it.
Wow.
Yeah, so I became clean. I'm a happy girl who drinks socially on the weekend only.
I'm not an alcoholic anymore.
No,
You've come such a long way. You know, to have the will to, because watu wengi who have alcoholism, they actually stop it because of a condition. You know, like you grow
yeah,
an illness and then you're forced to stop because now doctor anakwambia like if you don't stop,
yeah,
we're gonna have to you're gonna die in 3 months. I used to
yeah,
have a friend who
yeah,
really struggled with alcohol. And I remember him talking about, and he was like, "Man, we used to drink a whole bottle of Tuskers,
yeah,
crate, si bottle,
yeah,
crate yote wanamaliza like kutoka asubuhi. Unajua ile ulevi yenye you don't even get drunk.
yeah,
You're sober throughout because alcohol has it's like water.
yeah, to you.
Yeah,
Like your
that's
tolerance is so
yeah.
high.
They became so tolerant, and the doctor's like, "Hey, now if you
Enough is
continue,
enough.
yeah, you're gonna die in 3 months." And this guy completely, he was like, "I'm so scared of dying. I haven't
Yeah.
accomplished." Because that's when now you get like,
Oh
what have I
wow.
been doing for all this?
Yeah.
Because he'd been drinking for more than 10 years, and he had
Oh.
nothing to show for it. You're over 40 years old. Ukiuliza like what assets have you done? All your money just goes
Nothing.
to alcohol. Kila usiku your salo goes to alcohol. And
Yeah.
then he just like from that moment he was like, because I haven't done anything with my life, it just stopped. And I thank God I haven't struggled with like alcohol.
Oh, I'm telling you, substance abuse addiction is crazy because this thing is filling a gap, you know. Like for me, it was filling the gap of working on my emotions and also accepting the situation like it is, you know, also accepting my childhood, you know, like work on it. I just wanted like a free pass. Me, I'm not gonna work on it. It's gonna be there, but I'm not gonna work on it.
Carol,
But
congrats, man. I
thank
have so
you.
much respect for you right now.
Thank you. When you didn't respect me before.
No, but like I respect you three
Yeah, I know
times
what you
as
mean.
much.
I know what you mean. Yeah, me too. It's been a long way. It's still a journey. And, you know, every day I just look at how I can make myself better because also this, I'm heartbroken, you know, I'm still heartbroken. And also knowing that I don't want to say like I could have avoided. I needed to go through all these maybe to be stronger, to be more resilient, to know that I have the power to pull myself out of everything. And that's why right now, of course, there's so many things that are wrong in my life right now, but I have so much power in me. I'm like, you know what? If I don't have control, bitch, do what you gotta do. Because now I was putting everything on myself, and now I was using alcohol to get everything out. Yeah, because I tell you, those midnight messages that I used to send, I developed bad habits when I was drunk. I actually even lost a friend because of this. She was like, Caroline, you can't do this. You can't call me 1,001 times when you're drunk.
Really?
Because I would drunk call them like, my life is so bad. I need that. They're like,
Okay, but it's so sad. Like when I
it
see you and I'm like, you
is.
know, obviously as a friend they don't understand because they're like, you're nagging me now.
But also it's the same person problem. They're like, how many times have we had this discussion?
Yeah, but then that's a cry for help. But then it's a cry for help that's now becoming nagging.
Yeah.
And to you now you're like, well, now my friends don't want to have this conversation
Conversation with me
anymore.
now, so I'm losing friends. Now I am, even my life is more miserable. Alcohol, where are you? Champagne. We have pain here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with pain right now? Like
I sit on it. I cry. I enjoy crying.
yeah.
Like I cry, I pray. I still talk to my sister, and I stopped anticipating for the future, like having this. I still have anxiety attacks because of, you know, specific things, but I try to calm myself down. I say, Caroline, look at yourself. You're gonna suffer right now. This anxiety is gonna smack you down right now. You have two decisions: to allow it or to let go. So I let go, because if I allow it, it puts me down in a very bad place, and it will require a lot of my energy to bring myself out, which now sometimes I do have, but sometimes I don't have, and I'm scared. I tell myself, okay, if you don't have this energy, what you're gonna do? You're gonna go for that alcohol. You're gonna go for that bottle. Once you start doing that for that, to fill that space again with the bottle, you're gonna go back to the same trend. So I just tell myself, Caroline, you cannot control it. So then you're gonna let yourself sit on this feeling. Just feel sad. Are you feeling sad? Feel sad. let it go. And then now when you are an addict, you know, now you have time. Ile time nilikuwa natumia kunywa pombe, and I'm not drinking anymore like that. Now I have had other things. Like for me now, it's cooking. I cook in this house. When you come, it's always smelling like food.
Yeah.
I cook and I eat a lot. And then I also lost my gym mojo. So you see, also I'm fighting some other demons. Like I was such a gym and those
this, yes. You're almost a gym rat, you.
Yeah, imagine. Actually, the way that matako bicep was popping.
The bubble butt.
Yeah, kulikuwa bubble butt amana unaitanga bicep.
Yeah, matako ya Karo ni bicep zaki. She flexes hivi inakaa kama ni muscle.
See what wanaenda gym kuitafuta. Hala? Yeah, so you see, it comes with so many differences because now I just eat a lot, and as I told you, I have this hormonal problem, a hormonal imbalance where my gut is not working as it's supposed to do, so my digestion is very slow. So you get also, I'm getting a little bit bigger. But you know what? It's my body, it's my food, it's my gym routine. It's saving me from a pit hole.
Yeah.
Because it's either that or me drowning in a pit hole of alcoholism. And I tell myself, it's just a matter of time. I will get used to, okay, this is now your new lifestyle. Plan yourself around the gym. Because I go to the gym, but it's like 2 times a week compared to how I used to go between 4 to 6 times a week and enjoying long hours. Right now, is I'm going there, seeing energy. You know, it's separating yourself from a certain lifestyle. It comes with some drawbacks, but I accept them because I know once I get to a safe space, I'll be like, by the way, I can hit the gym again like I want.
Yeah, but you've come a long, mad respect. Now that I was talking about my addiction with social media, I'm like, hey, it has nothing on you. But also, it's really impaired me.
Yeah.
Because it's just like being a zombie on the TV. You just don't move. And I feel like I'm taking after my mom, because also my mom, even because she deals with stress by watching. So really? We just watch, watch, and then you forget your life. It's like you want to live someone else's life. So you just
leave it in the TV for a second.
Yeah. No, but mine is like for 365 days in a year.
But she's lived her life.
Yeah.
That's the other argument.
Okay, but hey, me, I still in the gutter. I'm usually like, if I could find just something. And that's why I'm always like rewarding myself with punishment. That's the crazy part. Like
rewarding yourself with punishment.
Yeah, because I'm like, if I don't read, and I think I've also told you this before, like if I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna give you 50 euros. So that's my reward, like to feel pain. And then I'm like, yeah, now I think the motivation, because I really need to get myself, like if I were not going to work and going to school, I would genuinely just stay at home and just watch and watch.
I don't feel it's bad if you have things accomplished, you know.
But I do not. That's the thing. Because now, like, you see, I have like exams that I have to do, but then I've been postponing, because when I come back, and then I can't have time for, like watching stuff on social media for 1 hour, and I don't have time to read.
Yeah.
Because now
that is priorities.
And then I'm like, no, but like reading is so boring.
Yeah.
Let me just watch one video. Imagine that nikikula, I have to watch, because I feel like, oh my god, now. Okay, let's just find something.
Maybe you don't want to sit with your mind.
I don't know, man, but I feel like I really need to get out of this. It's such a bad. It sounds so silly to say like I have a social media addiction,
but it could be overwhelming for you.
But mine is like the same way unakaa unajiuliza, because I think it's been going on for years, and the more it is, the worse it gets. Because last Christmas, when everyone asked me like, did you not go for Christmas market? And then I'm like, no, I was in the house. If I don't have a reason to go out, imagine December to December, I only used to go out because of work only.
Yeah.
Then I come back and I just watch, find something. Like it's always like, let me just find something. It's not funny, it's not funny. And then I have to get one video and that high, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
You mean.
Yeah, and then now I'm like, yeah, now I'm content. Okay, but that was so funny. Let me find something else and inafanana na hiyo kabla tafute kitu inakupatia. Yeah. So it's such a bad.
Let me tell you, what I can tell you is just start by putting measurable ways to quit, because also that's what my therapist told me.
Yeah.
Stop, because you feel like you're addicted. Stop wanting, like, I'm never going at delete,
I
delete, delete.
tried. That's what
That
I
doesn't
did.
work, because it's like you're punishing yourself and it's not giving you any joy. But when you start being like, okay, consciously, I want to spend 3 hours on social media, then you put that boundary, you start finding, actually, I was there only 1 hour, because now you're doing it freely, not like you're forcing yourself because you feel like it's so bad. Because that's what I was doing with the alcohol. I'll be like, I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
But it's not because I don't want to drink, it's because I don't like the over drinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's not because I hate alcohol, it's just the situation.
Yeah.
But then those extreme measures, they don't last too long, because you're not doing them from a place of you want to help yourself. You're doing them from a place of justifying. See me, I went for 2 weeks.
Kwanza, I swear, social media addiction is just like any drug abuse.
Yeah.
Because then I remember I used
Kwanza,
to be
it's
like,
free
that's even the worst part. Because when you're like substance abuse, you have to
buy. Yeah.
Social media, you just like install an app, you don't have to pay any money for Instagram. So, and then I used to be like, no, I have to read this week. So 1 week, chokweli, I delete all the apps that are going to make me.
Yeah.
But when I'm deleting Instagram, Instagram, TikTok, blah, 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 and then I'm like, but I have Netflix.
Yeah.
When I don't have Netflix, I'm like, no, but I have something else. Like, I always found something.
Yeah.
So nikisema nazitoa kwa simu, nasema, well, itakuwa such a baggage kubeba laptop.
Yeah.
Imagine your laptop hata ningebeba hadi kazi. Shinde imeplay hapo, as long as something is playing in the background.
I think you don't want to sit with it, because I was also like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want silence, because I don't want to be sit in my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you might have a point.
Yeah.
And then now I would come back after like 2 weeks, uninstall. Zikiisha na install zote, and I swear from ile siku nita install, I won't leave the couch, nitashinda hapo. And I won't
unalipisha
kulipisha but it's been such a roller coaster. Nashindanga hivyo nikidelete, nikiambia watu pole, naenda off social media, and then after a while ndo mimi nisharudi, and then after a while nimepotea tena. I think, and that's why also like I keep finding an accountable partner, because I know like when there's someone. Also, one thing I realized is I'm not big on social media when I'm around people. I don't even care about them. But nikiwa peke yangu, so you might be right, like about
me too. When I was with my friends, actually I wouldn't overdrink, but I would come in solitude. I would overdrink. It's the thing of sitting down with your thoughts. Yeah. But I'm so happy that both of us, at least, we know what we've been addicted to. And I hope you can find a solution. You can work on your social media. And like that, get an accountability partner. Go outside, meet your friends. If this helps, interactive conversations are better than, watching other people. And what I would say, if anyone is struggling out there, and as a person who has really struggled, and not just struggled, but struggled alone, what I would tell you is find help. Like, just find help out there. There's so much help out there. Find help, because alcohol is the worst drug anybody can be addicted to, actually. It is so hard to leave. It's so hard to come from that hole. But I believe that it's never too late for anything. Just find what works for you. Get help, and I'm pretty sure also you live to tell your story that has a happy ending.
Guys, we can all agree we're so proud of Carol. Your journey has been like, wow. I've faced all the emotions. I've questioned, like, wow.
Yeah, it's still a journey.
So much, and you're so young, so
yeah, there's still time to figure out things. I'm not in a hurry. I'm in a good space. I mean, what else?
Anyway, guys, I can't honestly, I can't say enough. I just seen our words. I just feel like, hey, this episode was just for her, and to respect her more.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, let us know, what are you struggling with? Let us know in the comment section. And I think we've come to the end of this conversation. I feel like I'm gonna cry a river when this ends, but I don't know, maybe I will laugh instead. But I'm so happy, and
you look so drained after this.
Yeah, episode. It feels like a therapy session. I go to my session hyped, And then the therapy goes this way, this way. I'm like, where? Nilikujaje huku na psych. Yeah, but it feels so good at the end of the day. As much as you've cried and it has drained you, it leaves you so fulfilled. Like,
Yeah.
so thank you so much, guys. Please find the link to all our social media platforms on on the description of this video. And from us to you, bye bye.